What up? Well, first of all, what up? I just started videotaping myself for the first time. Why do people tell me I slouched like that? Like this. Alright, from now on, I'm gonna stand like this, but I'm counting on you. If you see me slouching, I'm serious. I want you to shout out, "Posture, raelinda, posture," okay? Okay, we have an amazing, wonderful, stupendous, incredible, waterproof show tonight. We've got me, your host. Then we've got, then we've got the amazing Chris Dunn as the opening act. Right. And as if that wasn't enough, as if you'd be reaching for the Valium already, we have a surprise mystery guest. Unfortunately, nobody has seen this surprise mystery guest all day, however. We have theories about where this person might be, and we predicted that he'll probably get here in time. But if not, we may have to pick a new mystery guest, and it could be anyone in this room, so consider yourself warned. And then after that, we have, of course, the person for whom this whole bash is, Chris Chandler. And not only will he be playing for you some of his best songs, there's also going to be a videotape shot, produced, and directed by Jess Fiaya, and it will be debuted here for the very first time, and you don't see the like on MTV. Now, before I do my short story, I just want to talk for a minute about why we are here. We are gathered here today to say bye-bye to our own Chris Chandler. He's going away. And where, you may ask, is he going? Well, I'll tell you. If we lived up in the future, then right about now, Chandler would be climbing into his Harley-Davidson Star Cruiser and taking off for space. Taking off for planets that are so far away that they are only just now discovering the 60s. Chandler would play them one Bob Dylan cover and they'd worship him as a god. If we lived in the future. If. However, in case you've checked your calendars lately, this is not the future. As a matter of fact, it's the present. In fact, if you want to get right down to it, it's today. So what actually is going to happen here, folks, is Chandler is going to climb into his beat-up old VW with the spare tire that's already going flat, and the horn that doesn't work, so he has to hold a rubber head out the window, you know, the kind that squeezes and it goes, and it just doesn't have the same effect. With a glove compartment stuffed full of parking tickets and speeding tickets from 7 different states where he's also wanted for toll evasion. Yes, Chris Chandler, ladies and gentlemen, is going on the road. The rough old road where cops will chase him, club owners will cheat him, mosquitoes will bite him, school children will throw spitballs at him, and evil dreams will plague him every night. Now, I know that most of us here wish we could go with him. But unfortunately, we all have really unbreakable plans. So all we can do is sit here and wonder, why must Chandler go on the road? Why doesn't he just hang out in Beantown and take it easy? Well, I feel that the question can best be answered by the first 2 lines from a poem that I heard in a movie last year. And I quote, "Seize the day. Gather ye rosebuds, well ye may. And if 99 out of 100 of those rosebuds turn out to be weeds, seize the weeds. Weeds are great. Weeds are wonderful. Weeds are what you look back at and laugh. You don't look back at watching TV every night and laugh. Weeds are great. Seize the weeds." And as long as I'm on that floral analogy, it just happens to be the perfect segue into my new story that I wrote. And I know I usually do funny stories about dolphins or lobsters, but this is actually a very serious artistic story, okay? It's a social commentary. I don't exactly know what it's about, but I know that it is a social commentary. And it's called The Circadian Rhythms. Lily woke up to the sound of flowers growing backwards inside her head. If she closed her eyes tight enough, If she really squeezed her eyelids shut, then she could see them. The backwards flowers. Big voltage blooms. That's how they always started. But then they'd start to curl in on themselves, tighter and tighter, like some sort of a fetal retreat that always reduced them to hard little seeds. Lily wouldn't have minded this so much, except that every time it happened, one of her memories disappeared. I'm losing my mind, thought Lily, and the thought became a backwards flower, going, gone. But strangely, the whole experience had no effect on Lily's work. She couldn't remember exactly what it was she did, or why it was she did it, but she seemed to do it very well, and her boss was pleased. Our company really likes you, Lily, her boss told her. We wish that more of our employees would be like you. Lily shook her head and it rattled like a pair of maracas. If only, she thought, if only I could get the sun to burn right in my brain like it used to, then it would all grow back. But that just wasn't going to happen. So, on her way home from work, Lily made her usual street-side purchase, and that evening, her memories blossomed under a synthetic sun that flared and then dimmed, and then she fell asleep again, circadian rhythm.